The Engage conference, the Engage community anchors us all together. It's where we get to meet, it's where we get to know each other, and it's where we develop a level of trust in each other. One of the things that I was afraid about coming into this particular wedding, none of us have worked together before. But when everybody is new, how do you foster a feeling of camaraderie? How do you make it one team, one dream? And that's why it was really important to me that everybody came out a day early and that we just got to play in Vegas, which I know is a terrible place to be. Javier sees the world the way that I do in terms of bigger is better and more is more. And I want things to be lush and dramatic, and I want it to feel like, is it like, can I touch it? Is it real? And Javier likes that. He likes to bring the drama. So for Floral, there was nobody else I could have talked to. DBD's capability to sketch something and then render it and then build it from scratch, they can produce anything. I needed them to be a part of this team.
You can always expect to get some laughs out of Andrea, and it's always fun time.
She is more is more. She Andrifies stuff.
Palace Party Rental from LA, their inventory of furniture is so extraordinary that those three teams coming together really were the dream in terms of production. This is one of those times where you're gonna make this huge emotional investment and this really big financial investment. And this is one of the only things you're ever gonna do that's gonna mean more 10 years from now than it does today. And so to properly enjoy it, you have to document it. Dennis Kwan was a shoo-in for photography because he speaks Cantonese and Mandarin. He's able to communicate with the guests on a much more organic level.
Andrea does the most detailed, incredible timeline I've ever seen. She gets all the vendors on the same page about the vision for the wedding, and I've never seen anyone approach it in that way.
And then for video, I mean, I adore Le Rev for a couple of reasons. I love working with a husband and wife team, and here's why. You get two totally different energies in the space. I have somebody now who sees something from a really masculine perspective, and then I have a really feminine energy and somebody who understands what it is to be a bride. That gives me such a balanced way of telling this, because this is a movie. At the end of the day, I mean, this is their Crazy Rich Asians wedding video.
She wants us to get to know each other so that we can do the best work together as a team. And again, she's not afraid to accept feedback and run with it, and I really appreciate that about her.
Alwyn and Cass is great because they're in Vegas and in California. And so now I have a hair and makeup team that the bride doesn't need to travel for trials. So that was amazing.
Working on an Andrea wedding is absolutely wonderful in the sense that I love more information. Like the more information you give me about the client, about what they're like, what they're needing, all the little logistic things helps me do my job better.
We've got Miko. She is a singer, kind of a little bit indie, but they love her. And the bride spent her early 20s listening to quite a lot of her music. And then the bride also, she likes swing, so we have a full swing band.
Andrea and I met at the Engage conference. She was so full of information. She's fast-paced, she's no nonsense, she gets it done.
I have asked a lot of the people that are working on this wedding, and I got no pushback. Every single person that I said, well, what if we cut it in felt and we hung it from the sky? They were like, you know what? Yeah, that's cool. Or what if we do these behind the scenes videos? Or, well, I know the tree is 14 feet long, but wouldn't it be cool if we took it apart and then we put it back together in the room? I know you only have 30 minutes, but you can do that, right? Nobody said no. Everybody brought such a level of excitement and like we are all in to make this happen. That means that I made the right decision. We're never gonna replicate this experience. This day, this team in this room is never ever gonna happen again. I really want to impress you guys. Like truly, I want you guys to go back and be like, I did an Andrea wedding.